Many victims of sexual abuse are deeply ashamed about what happened. They may even feel responsible for it. Consider Jane, now 20, who was sexually abused between the ages of 5 and 14. "The worst thing I deal with is the guilt," she says. "I think to myself, how could I have let the abuse go on for so long?" If you feel that way about your situation, consider the following. Children are neither physically nor emotionally prepared to have sex. They do not know what such activity implies and are thus incapable of consenting to it in any meaningful way. This means that child abuse is not the child's fault. Children tend to trust adults and to be naive about the tactics of corrupt people, which can make a child vulnerable. Molesters are very good con men, and a child is no match for their clever manipulation, says the book The Right to Innocence. A child may experience sexual arousal while being abused. If that happened to you, be assured that this is the body's automatic physical response to being touched in a certain way. It does not mean that you were capable of consenting to the abuse or that you bear any blame for it. Suggestion: think of a child you know who is now at the age you were when you were abused. Ask yourself, would it be fair to hold that child responsible if he or she were abused? Jane reasoned on that last point when she babysat 3 children, one of whom was almost 5 years old, the age Jane was when her abuse started. Jane says, "I realized just how vulnerable a child that age really is, how vulnerable I was at that age." Fact: the perpetrator bears responsibility for your abuse. There is great value when you confide in someone. Talking to a trusted adult about the abuse can help you get relief. Understandably, you might feel a measure of safety in not talking about what happened. Perhaps silence has become like a wall that you have built to protect yourself from further hurt. Consider, though, that the wall of silence that protects you from getting hurt might also prevent you from getting help. A young woman named Sunita found that talking about her abuse was a great relief for her. "I was molested at a very young age by someone I knew and trusted, and I held it in for years," Sunita says. "But once I was able to talk to my mom about it, it was as if a huge weight had been taken off my shoulders." Looking back, Sunita can understand why some might be reluctant to speak up. "Abuse is such an uncomfortable topic," she says. "But in my case, the hurt that came from living with it was not good. It was better for me to confront it sooner rather than later."